In this video, we'll explore the White House's recent decision to remove tariffs on goods imported from China. The White House's decision to remove tariffs is a significant development in the ongoing trade war between the United States and China. Tariffs are taxes imposed on imported goods. They can be used to protect domestic industries from foreign competition, a negative impact on businesses and consumers on both sides of the Pacific deficit between the two countries. China retaliated by imposing tariffs on U.S. goods.
High-value, security-related goods. We are talking about the export capital controls in terms of, as you said, a blacklist of things that U.S., whether pension funds, endowments, investors should not be investing in to fund the Chinese military machine. But that'll be President Trump's decision. And you know what, Maria, at the end of the day, President Trump, Chairman Xi have a very good personal relationship, and I am confident that this will be resolved at the highest level.
Economic impact of the trade war.
Because they are the worst offenders in the international trading system. They have the most imbalanced economy in the history of the modern world. And I can tell you that this escalation is a loser for them. That they have some very smart, the economists, the academicians, technocrats within their bureaucracy, and they would be telling the leadership that we do not have the edge here. They are the surplus country, that their exports to the U.S. are 5 times our exports to China. So they can raise their tariffs, but so what?
So let's talk about this for a second, because I wonder, I agree with you. I mean, I think that China needs the United States so much more than the U.S. needs China, but the economies are so connected, Secretary. We're buying all this cheap stuff. People expect things to be cheap, and we know it's because they're made in China. And it feels like a soft war right now with China. Are there any areas or opportunities to give companies the time to move those supply chains to America so that we don't have to rely so much on China? This can't happen overnight, right? Even though China is the enemy, the number one adversary, and we are in this soft war and they're escalating this right now, are the near-term effects such that the U.S. gets impacted negatively first?
Maria, no one wins in a war, but it's proportionality, and the proportionality for the Chinese is going to be much worse. And the other thing too, Maria, what would be a very good step with the Chinese would be acknowledging that the precursor chemicals for fentanyl come from China. They make their way into North America and then are sold into the U.S. We have more than 100,000 American citizens dying every year. And so China, a very good start would be for them to make a gesture on the precursor fentanyls, because, distributing drugs in China is punishable by death. Why don't they apply the same standards to the people who are exporting these chemicals to the U.S.?
The future of trade policy between the United States and China is uncertain. However, the White House's decision to remove tariffs is a positive sign. The decision to remove tariffs is expected to have a positive impact on businesses and consumers. The decision is a step in the right direction and could lead to a more cooperative relationship between the United States and China.